God bless everybody today. It's October 19th, 2023. This is sort of a Watchman alert. We got a lot going on in Turkey right now. Turkey is starting to come alive, and so let's watch what's happening over here. So we just had this. This all stemmed from a bombing of a Gaza hospital, and who's trying to discern whether it was the Hamas that launched a missile that went awry and hit the hospital, or it's a parking lot actually. They're not even sure there was that many deaths. There's a lot of false reports coming out here. Israel is saying they didn't hit this hospital. Hamas is saying that it was an Israeli attack on the hospital. This has caused rage across the Muslim community. A lot of groups are saying that they want a day of rage, different things like that, through multiple different countries, things like that. Blinken goes over, says something about he brought his Jewish part of himself there to Netanyahu. Turkey comes out. Erdogan says, I'm bringing my Muslim part of myself here. And now you have Turkey moving their navy towards Gaza and telling that they basically want to protect the Palestinian people. And so all this is because of this bombing and all this false narrative of what happened, and nobody's really sure, and they think this is what happened. And Biden's saying that, he's standing by Netanyahu, even though he's probably not going to by the time we're done. We'll see how that turns out. But then we had some really interesting articles come out just recently in the last few hours. I want to show you what those are. So in this article, it talks about the Istanbul police averts an attempt to storm Israeli consulate after Gaza hospital explosion. It's talking about close to 60 people stormed tried to storm the consulate. So there's all kinds of protests starting to erupt in Turkey itself, different things like that. Let's go look at these other two articles. And to me, this is probably the most important of the three articles I'm going to show you because they're just starting to come out. Turkey to declare 3 days of mourning over Gaza hospital strike because he blames Israel for the strike. Regardless of what the evidence shows, Israel could talk all day long and the Muslims are going to believe that Israel struck this hospital. So Turkey will declare 3-day mourning over the deadly strike on the hospital in war-torn Gaza that killed hundreds. Turkish President Erdogan said on Wednesday. So this is from Erdogan himself. Says that Erdogan, a fervent supporter of the Palestinian cause, has accused Israel of striking a hospital sheltering women, children, and innocent civilians, and urged the world to stop the tragedy in Gaza. So I'm telling you, I just did this video about how this is going to happen, how he's going to go through this area, why he's doing it. Israel and Palestinian militants have accused each other of these attacks. Out of respect for thousands of martyrs, this is Erdogan, out of respect for thousands of martyrs, most of whom are children and innocent civilians, 3 days of national mourning will be declared in our country, said Erdogan in a message on X, formerly Twitter. We, Turkey, feel our hearts the pain, deep pain felt by our Palestinian brothers. So just realize Turkey's going to come into this war. I've been talking about this for a while. Nobody's watching Turkey yet, but they're going to come into this war. That indicates this person of Erdogan's ruling party, the AKP party, said that the national mourning would be declared under a presidential decree. That's, We've talked about decrees in the past when Daniel and things, once they set these things in motion, they can't be changed. It is important to show at what level we perceive this issue. She quoted as saying by the private NTV broadcaster. Erdogan on Tuesday condemned the strike as the latest example of Israeli attacks devoid of the most basic human values in a message on social media. The spokesman said that Turkey's declaration of three-day mourning would be a show of solidarity with the innocent Palestinians in Gaza. We share the same pain, the same sorrow, he told reporters at the weekly press conference. He accuses Israel of the strike on the hospital, he said. So this is Erdogan talking. And then we're starting to now, because of all this rhetoric, you're starting to see large crowds join demonstration in Istanbul. We've talked about that potential attack on the embassy. And all this is happening in Ankara late Tuesday. Shouting pro-Palestinian chants. Israel has told citizens to leave Turkey as soon as possible amid fear of reprisal attacks. So realize this is all happening. This is extremely important in what is coming up as we move forward. And in this article, fury grows in Turkey against Israel. Fresh protests staged. This was in the last 10 hours. And so just realize there's a lot going on in Turkey. And then I just did that video about potentially we would see an attack on Turkey by the Kurds around November 5th, which would then lead to an invasion of Turkey shortly after that. So God bless everybody. Keep an eye on Turkey. Keep an eye on the Kurds. Keep an eye on the Middle East in general. But definitely keep an eye on Turkey and the Kurds, because they are the barometer to understanding what is coming up. And Turkey's going to be the catalyst that launches an invasion into Syria and then Lebanon through Israel to Gaza, as he's bringing his navy over to create a blockade on Gaza so that he can protect these Palestinian people. You need to be watching Turkey, and you need to be watching the rhetoric out here, because Erdogan says what he means. That's one thing I've learned about this guy. When he says it, he means it, and he's been talking about rebuilding this Neo-Ottoman Empire for 20 years plus. God bless. Have a great day.